hi to anyone coming in. I'm just checking on our Samsung if I'm live. Sometimes it takes a bit of time to get going. There we go. So I want to be able to read the chat as well. I know it pops up on my phone, but sometimes it's easier just having it on a different device. Cool. So I hope everybody's well. Just to let you know, as usual, this is a live stream. And so I will be chatting with people, and anything happens in live streams and it's not a formal video. I kind of just do whatever I want to do. So I don't really know what I'm going to work on today. I have kind of got into the habit of doing a Sunday live, I've realised, which is kind of nice. You know, whenever I have time, I'll do one. So I've been working on my whip in Fairy Touch and Magic, so I'm thinking of probably going back to this one, only because I am currently working on it and I'd quite like to continue with it. Hi Kenny! The camera looks weird on my screen, so I'm just going to move you up a bit so that the weird what is it called, the tripod isn't in the way. Hi Tawal, I'm so sorry for saying that wrong. I've completely forgotten from last time. Oh, that's great, Kenny, thank you. It'll be nice to have Shannon here as well. So yeah, as I said, I'm working on my whip in Fairy Touch and Magic. This one I haven't done much more really since then. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this one so far, and I just wanted to show you a few things. Oh, thank you, I'm so sorry. I also want to do a page in Worlds Within Worlds, not necessarily today because I know I'm not going to get it done. But Effie, one of my colouring friends, she has a hashtag with like all things Kirby, so I want to do this one. I'm not sure if I'll start it today just because I do have a few whips, so I thought I would hopefully work I'll hopefully work on that one in the last week. There's only a week left pretty much of November. It's gone so quickly. And then I recently completed a page in the Art Deco book, which I'll show you in a minute, but recently with my I Believe in Fairies colouring postcards, I got this binder to put them in, and this is kind of A5, and I've just put them in, sorry for the glare, and yeah, I'm really pleased with, you know, the layout and everything. Hi Frankly! But yeah, so I believe the slots are 5 by 7 inches and the postcards are just short of that, so they go really well. Hi Melody, no worries, lurk away. So yeah, these are perfect, and you get 24 pockets, which obviously can do 48, you know, if you do one either side. So that's perfect because there's 32 colouring postcards and I'll have space for spares. Hi Colour with Bear. You're on Instagram, aren't you? You did that gorgeous polar bear picture for my colour along. Thank you so much to anybody who has joined my colour along, by the way, even if, you know, people are watching this back as well. There's been so many people already. I really appreciate it. So there is a postcard that I do want to do in here, either towards the end of this month or next month, and it's the gingerbread house one, and I want to follow Chris Cheng's tutorial. I'm trying to find it now. See, this is the only thing with this format. It's hard going through and finding them. This one. I want to do that one. Oh, yes, it is, isn't it? Yeah, it was a gorgeous picture. So with this one, she did draw in the gingerbread herself. So we will see how that goes. I am, you know, when I'm following on the screen, it will probably be quite hard, but I'll have a go, and I'm really looking forward to doing that. So hopefully then I'll have 3 done. Hi, Gemini. So that's the plan in terms of those. As you can kind of tell, I've been leaning more towards the postcards than the book, which really surprised me because I do love colouring in books. Hi Mary. So that is the plan for that. And what I have, well, I've just filmed my birthday haul, which will hopefully be going up in a few days. What I'm planning on doing is either photocopying part of a picture that I've done by Clara, or doing a colouring postcard and actually putting it inside this plastic wallet bit here, so that you can kind of tell it is Clara Markova's work. I think that would be a really nice touch to this and just kind of make it my own. But I love that you get the little insert in all of these as well, because it just means, it's a paper, it just means that because I've coloured on the other side of these, the glitter and stuff doesn't transfer and they are stayed protected. So I'm really pleased with that. This was on Amazon. It's called an art portfolio. I guess it's kind of like portfolio, isn't it? But not. I think it was £5 or £6. So really pleased with that. And then the page that I've recently just done, which I will show more for in my birthday haul, was this page that I did. And I use lots of different mediums and things on this. And actually, Shannon got me this. So I've been using quite a few different supplies that I got for my birthday. So I got the 12 set of Fine Tech paints, or of, you know, there's more than 12. But I used those. I used some glitter. Oh my gosh, what are they called? The Spectrum Noir glitter brush pens that Sue got me. And then I used Faber-Castell plastic pencils for Tinkerbell, and I then used some gouache as well. Oh, that's such a good idea, Bear. Yeah. I make stickers myself, and actually I think they'd probably fit in here. I do sheets of them, and before I package them up, that would definitely fit. That would be a really good way of storing them, actually. These can be great for quite a few things, you know, even if you wanted to keep collage bits in them. So this was one of the first times I'd actually used water medium in a book, and it actually worked really, really well. And I really like how it turned out. And it took me about an hour this morning. A lot of fun. And I've only completed 3 pages this month, so you know, that's one. Thanks, Mary. Thanks, Gemini. Toll. So on Etsy, lots of people get them on hers. I know there's a lovely lady who buys them, you can purchase them from on a Facebook page. Mainly people get them from Etsy, and also because it's directly from her, you know it is, it is from her, and they do come quickly as well. I think for people in the US, they were coming within about 2 weeks, so it was still quite quick. Hi, Minnie. Oh my god, yeah. So same with me. I feel like I'm always tidying at the moment. It's really bad. I spread and then I just need to tidy. I love a good sticker, washi tape, all of that, as well as colouring, obviously. You're welcome. I hope you managed to find it. Because she used to do them a bit on Amazon, didn't she? But the whole thing now, selling overseas and stuff. So it's very rare now that they are on Amazon. So you have to look hard, and they only come on at certain times. So I think I'm gonna go back to this page. As you can see, well, I haven't really done much since I did my colouring marathon, and even then I only did all of the background and the honey, but I was doing a bit of this the past few days, taking it really slow, layering. I've really been enjoying it. These flowers are my favourite thing about the page so far. I'm really pleased with how they turned out, and unfortunately there's no more of those to colour, and I really enjoyed colouring them. So yeah, that's a shame, but I'm looking forward to colouring more of the stuff. Yeah, it is, Toll. Yeah. They are definitely worth it, but when you add the shipping on, it does add up. But if you think about the price of the book separately and the amount of images that you're getting and the quality of the book and the fact that it's hardback, it really is worth it. I think it is. I mean, obviously you do have to factor in the shipping, but the shipping, when you think about it, is separate from the book, Hi, Linda. So yeah, I'm going to continue with this. So I was doing all of these flowers, and in hindsight, I think they were meant to be forget-me-nots. But you know what? I've just done them purple, and I'm having lots of fun with them. So we're going to carry on. I've been using Faber-Castell pencils, and so I've gone back to the case that I have, which has a mixture of lots of different ones. I don't have the full set of polychromos. I think I've got about 70 now, probably built up over the course of quite a long time. I've got Faber-Castell Classics in here, the Eco pencils. I really love them, and they all mix really well together, even though some of them are student brand and some of them are higher quality. And then I've been blending with a Caran d'Ache pink white luminance pencil. I've only got two luminance. I've got this one and the buff titanium. And when we go to London after the lockdown lifts, I'm hoping to go to the Graphic Design Centre, which is an amazing art shop in London. And I believe I mean, I've been a couple of times before, but they do all of the luminance open stock. So I think I'm going to get a couple more, and they're great. The Faber-Castell Classic are amazing. I've actually got, because lots of mine have got quite short, I have a whole replacement set. And I couldn't believe how, cheap they were. I got them ages ago, back in probably April, May. But they're only about £12 on Amazon for a 60 set. So if you guys haven't got them yet, I would definitely recommend checking them out. They are so good. That's a really good question, Bear. It was funny actually, because when I first started getting into the whole colouring thing, I really didn't know what to start out with. And originally I got the Prismacolor 72 set. And the first time I went to the Graphic Design Centre, I really wanted to try a few pencils, and I had heard about the polychromos around on YouTube, and so I decided to buy two. And the ones I started with was a bright turquoise green and light blue, and I probably wouldn't go with those now. I'd always say the best thing to do if you're trying open stock is either get a pencil that you'll use loads. Like for me, this pink white, I use it. Hi Kim. Because it's really light. It's got a tint of pink in it, so it's basically like a blender. So I knew I would use it a lot. Alternatively, if you were to buy 3 or 4, you could get a few colours that blend together really well and get a blend of different colours. So, maybe from a dark purple to a light purple, that sort of thing. Or you could go for a particular colour palette that you like. Like if I was to, pick from this page, I'd probably get a pink purple, a yellow, a brown, that sort of thing. So you could, if you had a particular colour palette that you like, you could just pick a few pencils out based on that. Hi Sue, lovely to see you all. Yeah, Minnie, I know what you mean. Because they're hexagonal, that's the only issue I have with them. So the polychromos are definitely heavier and they feel more good quality, but I have grown to love my classics. I really, really like them, and I had them ages ago, when I was a kid. I think I had the 24 set, and I absolutely loved them then, and I still like them now. I'm really well, thank you, Kim. Yeah, it's been quite busy at school, but we're not going to talk about that because it's not school now. It's colouring time. Where did I had a pencil? There we go. But yeah, it's been quite busy, and I've had a few tests, but glad it's the weekend. I actually got all my work done yesterday, and then I've had a few admin bits to do today, and then now I'm doing some colouring. Yeah, they do blend really well, and as you can see here, I'm literally mixing the Eco and the Classic pencils with the polychromos, and it works really well. I had this colour actually. This is, I think it's the Manganese Violet. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I always gravitate towards other purples. But I mean, having said that, I don't use these nearly enough, and I started off with this one actually using the polychromos because I'd got a few new ochre colours, so I was trying them out, and that was half the reason that I chose this page. But also I just absolutely love this page. I think it's so cute. I know they're expensive. Most of the pencils have gone up. I was looking on Amazon the other day at Prismacolors, and gosh, they have gone up a lot. I think that's could be due to COVID and just any way they've gone up. I mean, I remember when I got my 132 set, they were really cheap. I think they were about 70 or 80 pounds, which, you know, when you think about it, is still a lot. But for 132 colours and their Prismacolors, that, you know, that is amazing. And yeah, now they're really expensive. I also need to get some open stock ones, but unfortunately the ones I need to get aren't available on the colour pencil shop at the moment. So I'm going to wait until they're in and then do an order, because I kind of think if only one or two of them that I need are on there, there's no point doing an order and paying the shipping and all that. I mean, not that it's expensive really, because I'm in the UK, but you know, you still don't want to be paying extra shipping just for the sake of it. Oh, Kim, so yeah, the Eco pencils, they are, I first discovered them in Spain when we went in 2018. I discovered this 48 set of Eco pencils, and these are the Ecos, and they all have, oh sorry, I've just shut the camera, they all have the name here and Eco on them. I've never been able to find these again, and Susan, a lovely subscriber, sent me some Eco pencils. I've got one here actually. Oops. They're very similar. They did have Eco on the packaging, and interestingly, some of the colours were really unique and individual to that set. So I've never been able to find the same set that I got in Spain. I'd probably have to go all the way to Spain again. Maybe they were just specific to that country. But they're basically like the classics, except I personally feel like they're a bit harder, and I think I do prefer the classics, although some of the colours in these Ecos are gorgeous and they work really well, but they are a bit harder, and obviously they don't come in as big a colour range as the Ecos, sorry, as the classics. So, you know, even if you are an advanced colourist but you're looking for pencils to complement other sets, then the classics are great. They're a really good budget pencil. Yes, it's Elfie74. So, Tol, if you're interested in contacting her about anything, she's so helpful. You know, she's a lovely lady, and it's really easy to get into contact with her. She usually responds within a few hours as well. She has a manager, Jerry, so it'll either be him or Clara that get back to you. Oh my goodness, Linda, that's a steal, isn't it? Especially since for you, obviously, the dollar's more, so that will probably, what would that be? Probably about £60 in the UK. That's amazing. I think maybe, I don't know, maybe it's been harder for companies to source products and things since COVID, but I think generally you do see an inflation over years with the pencils, because as I said, when I got my Prismacolors, that was what, 3 years ago? Let's say 3. So, you know, it has been 3 years, so I'm not surprised they've gone up. And I think because they're finding more people are enjoying this hobby and more people are maybe getting into art and things, they've upped up the price a bit. Hi, Joanna. So yeah, it's such a shame, but I guess they've got to do that to keep their company running. I do, Kim. Let me grab it. I've had a few over the years, but I'm trying to think. I think I mainly use them with other pencils, but if I remember rightly, I do have one in the Disney Princess one. Let me get it. This was really simple colouring, and I had a lot of fun with it. So this one, I did just use the Faber-Castell Classics, and I did do simple blending with, you know, 2 or 3 colours and then went over with white gel pen and stuff. And I did this a couple of years ago. So bear in mind, you know, my style has changed a bit. It wasn't even 2 years ago, it was a year ago. Gosh. But yeah, this is all with the classics. And I think just for comparison, I did one in here with the Crayola. So you can see that actually they work very similar, and this is coming up a bit lighter on camera, but in actual fact I did manage to get a bit more out of the pencils. But personally for me, I prefer the classics to the Crayolas, although the Crayolas do have some gorgeous unique colours and they're great for base layering. I might even put a few Crayolas on this page depending, you know, what I feel like, but they're great and I'd really recommend them. Excellent. I can get you the 60 set actually. I think I still have it. Oh no, I don't think I have it in the box. I don't think I have it in the box anymore. I think what I've done is I had a few spare as well, so I've kind of mixed them all up to, you know, keep them in their own tin. Let me just move my tower in. There we go. So I hope that helps, Kim. But they are great. And also the thing I really do like about the oil-based pencils such as the classics is because they are oil-based, they have a smoother laydown such that, you know, there isn't as much white space and you can get a smoother effect really, and I don't feel like I need to burnish with them as much. So, you know, I can just layer, and sometimes I really do like doing that because I've been taking my time a lot with this page. I spent ages on these honeycomb sweets just because I really like to, and I've come to the realization now that with not having as much time, I really want to take the time to, you know, enjoy what I'm colouring and not feel forced to complete loads and loads of pages each month just so that my video will be longer at the end of the month. I'd rather take my time and then just show you what I've done, and sometimes in that sense you kind of have to pretend that you know, if I was just colouring for myself, I mean I am now, but you know, I'm just showing you guys things, but if I was colouring for myself, what would I be happier with? You know, a large amount of pictures where, you know, I just haven't, you know, really put that much effort into it, in the sense that I may have just rushed through it, because I do that a lot, and you know, I then don't like the outcome as much. Or, you know, would I prefer to just take my time with pictures and maybe only complete 4 in a month? And you know, I've come to the realization that I prefer doing that. Thanks, Kim. It is funny seeing the differences between pencils, and I don't really see it that often, obviously, because I mix my pencils so much. I don't really notice a difference. Oh, oops. Notice a difference between them because I'm, you know, mixing them all the time. But if you did a picture just in one, I think you do start to see a difference between them. You know, you're going to get that. You're going to get that different pencils have different outcomes, especially if it's budget versus, you know, more expensive artist pencils. But it is nice having that choice of the budget pencils, and some of them are amazing. The Black Widows are amazing. The classics are amazing. I mean, the Artisas are still classed as budget pencils, and I don't understand that because they're so good. And they are great. I mean, I would say those and the Black Widows are on par with each other. I think they're great. I think they're on my Christmas list though. Black Widow set. Actually, I think my mum already hinted to me, oh yeah, not to buy it with an Amazon voucher that I had, because I think she's probably already got them for me, or she's asked someone else for them. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Yeah, they look absolutely amazing. Yeah, Lavella's videos are gorgeous. I mean, sorry, her pictures are gorgeous. And oh my god, I was looking at them the other day. They are ridiculously expensive, but oh my god, they do look absolutely amazing. It's something that you could only, you know, dream of having. And I think that when you think about it, you are getting 500 pencils over the course of however many months. 20, I can't remember if it's 20 sets and 25 months. No, what? 20 months with 25 pencils in each set, or 25 months with 20 in each set. I can't remember which way around it is, but they look amazing. Thanks, Samantha. Yeah, I think you do have that with, you know, fine liners and pencil. They're so different. I mean, I used to use felt tips when I would colour as a kid. And, you know, we'd have the odd pencil. But when I first started using Prismacolors, I kind of just stuck with those. But you do see now, I do go back and use markers and then, you know, leave it. And I really, really like using them. And I use fine liner as bases as well in my pictures. So I do still use them. And I think they're great. I think they work really well. Hi, Boots Mama, no worries. Oh, thanks so much for joining there. Yeah, yeah. I do, yeah, I do think you do have to be that sort of person. I mean, I personally mix all my pencils together, but some people don't and they just use one set, and that's absolutely fine. But I'm just that person. I want to mix my pencils. It's just me. What I'm going to do, I think, is do some of these stripes on here of this lollipop in the same colours as these flowers so that I can show you the colour palette. And then I think I'm going to use a reference photo and search up some biscuits because I do want to try and, I guess, do them like they normally would be, like quite accurate, if I can. Not really mini. I've kind of, because I've got my, hi Shannon, because I've got my birthday and Christmas so close together, I kind of just amalgamate the two. So not really, which is kind of nice because I always find that at Christmas I have more surprises, which, you know, which I really like. And for, you know, birthday, I kind of know maybe a few things that I'm getting, but it's really nice just having more surprises. Just catching up on comments and then I'll show you this. Oh, that's really hard. I think I have, with both of them, I do use them and mix them with pencils. I find that I probably gravitate towards Black Widows more because they're wax based. I mix them in with other pencils, and I think I always forget to mention in my completed pages, oh yes, I use Black Widow as well. Having said that, when I go for an oil based pencil, I just mix them. So if I was to do a page solely one, I think I've probably used the Black Widows maybe a couple more times, but both of them are great for different reasons. So that's quite hard. They are really time consuming. Oh yeah, definitely. Just checking to see I haven't. Oh yeah, so 25 pencils, right? Okay. I'm gonna say that makes sense, doesn't it? Oh yeah, I had the. Did I have... Yeah, I think that's right, isn't it? Ooh. Hi, Art and Diamonds of Eskies. Lovely to see you. I think just because I've got used to certain pencils that I always go towards, I then mixed with what I know, and that's, you know, bad sometimes for me because then I don't get used to another set and all of the possibilities and the different pencils within a set. You know, so I do think I'm going to try and just colour a page with one brand in the future. I've just realised I missed a flower, so I'm going to get back to that. Boots Mama, no, I think I have about 70 of them now. I started off with a 24 set, and then I just bought them open stock over, this has probably been over the course of 3 years. So I have never, unfortunately, had the delight of having a full 120 set, like in the tin, which I know is, you know, half the fun of getting pencils and having a gorgeous tin or a, you know, box. But they're lovely nevertheless, and there are still some colours that I do need to get, but I always forget about them, and I need to work with them more. So the colour palette that I'm going to use just for this lollipop up here before I start on these biscuits, this is going to be quite confusing. Hi Emily, thank you so much for joining. The colour palette I use here, I've got an Eco pencil called Crimson. I'll swatch these out so you can see the similar colours. Faber-Castell Classic 327. Polychromos Rose Carmine, another classic 331, and then the Rose White Luminance. So let me swatch these out and then you can see, because personally for me this is one of my absolute favourite colour palettes for flowers that I've ever found, or, you know, come up with, I guess I should say. Now they may look a bit weird together at first, but when I layer them and stuff it makes sense to me. I just kind of roll with it and just have a go. So you can actually kind of see this looks a lot different from how it then turns out. So that's what the 5 colours look like. You can barely see the rose white, so if you're interested in finding colours similar to them, then feel free. But I start with the lightest, it's almost a peach colour actually. Emily, I'm using a mixture of different pencils. So I have a case here which I keep all of my polychromos. I don't have the full set white, but I have my polychromos, my Faber-Castell Classic pencils, and my Eco pencils, which are, it's all Faber-Castell basically. So I tend to use them all together because obviously they're all oil based. How am I going to do this? I think I'm going to go for these bigger bands of colour here. So this is what I mean when I'm layering. I really enjoy doing it with the you know, with the oil pencils. I'm going to zoom in for you, so I'm sorry if it's a bit fuzzy there. Okay, there we go. So then I go with this darkest colour. I finished colouring these flowers a bit ago actually, the other day, so I'll see if I can remember. But just going with this darkest colour. I didn't even realise how nice this crimson colour was when I first got it as well. So this is what I'm talking about. I need to spend more time using my each individual pencils and really get into grips with them because I really enjoy doing that. Okay, then I go in with the second darkest and just go over it. Sorry if I'm out of chat for a minute, just so that I can concentrate with this, and then we will look up some reference photos for the biscuits. I'm so slow, honestly. That's probably all I'll get round to on the stream, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, the Rose Carmine. And then I'm going to go back with the last colour, which was the one I based with. And then with this last bit, I actually burnish with my pink white over everything, so it may look dulled out, but then I go back in with the darkest colour, which is the crimson. I'm pretty much done, so I'm going to leave the other bit of the lollipop because I don't know what I want to do yet, and I don't want to just pick a random colour, because what I'm trying to do is be more thoughtful about my placement of colours and actually think about, well, does it work, you know, where I've put stuff. So I'm kind of just working my way around with each different colour, just doing it that way, which is something I've never really done before, so it's nice trying something a bit different. Yeah, so that's kind of how I want it. So I'm just going to zoom out for you. So sorry, there we go. And just realised, where's my... Right, I am going to search up these biscuits down here, which are kind of like jammy dodgers, aren't they? I'm just going to catch up on chat and then I will... Oh my gosh, Tal, yeah. I bet it is. I think it is really good to have the cases as well, because, you know, all of your pencils are compact in one. But I don't, because I layer. I don't burnish with the polychromos. I used to and it didn't really work for me, so I do layer, so I don't put a lot of pressure on. Yeah, exactly what Shannon said. They're great. I would definitely recommend trying them out. And I think with Prismas you can go that way as well, because you can layer if you want to, but you can also burnish. Whereas with polys I just tend to layer. So as I said, I'm just going to search up the biscuits. Now I can't remember. I used to get these. We used to get these, but they're not jammy dodgers because they're slightly different, because they have the heart in the middle. And I know exactly which ones I'm looking at. I remember getting them at Tesco or something. They're like the Tesco own ones. So they're not exactly the same. But I want to just get a biscuit sort of colour. That's what I'm looking for. Oh. So this is pretty much what I'm going for, though I think I actually want more of the lighting, and that one's a bit weird. Decisions. I might go for this one actually. Pretty much what I'm after. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's making me hungry as well. They are delicious. So I'm going to just test a few colours out. The thing with these pencils is, because lots of them are budget ones, I do feel like that's the only thing they lack sometimes, are more neutral colours. But having said that, they do have, I mean, in these eco pencils especially, a few really good colours to use, so we'll definitely go for that one. It's really interesting for me having to work my way around these pencils and pick unusual ones that I wouldn't normally go for, you know, just because I'm trying to limit the amounts that I'm using. Okay, go for those. We'll definitely add some brown in as well. These ones are quite similar. Oh, so are those, to be fair. Ooh. So, sorry, I'm just catching up on the chat. Oh, that sounds nice, Emily. Oh my goodness. That sounds amazing, Linda. So let's go for, see, this is really like interesting to me, like trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I think we'll add that as an extra tone. Oh, and one of my favourite colours, cinnamon. We'll have to get that in somewhere. I already know we're going to have to. I wonder whether we need a darker colour as well. I think we'll go for maybe this one. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. Just make it up as I go along. And the good thing is I'll be able to look back on this video in case I really like the colour palette and I completely forget what I was using. So I hope you don't. I'm just going to say them out to myself so that I don't forget. And I can go back if I want to. Ooh, so we're going to find the biscuits and I will zoom a bit for you. I've just picked a few random colours. Oh, that sounds really good. Okay, let me just move this out of the way because it's going to annoy me. Okay, so I think I'm going to start with, what's this? It's just a light peach sort of colour, quite similar to one in Prismacolors actually. Keep getting notifications. So just done a light base of that, and then so that's just a miscellaneous pencil that I have. And then I think we're going to go for maybe a brown. I don't really know. Actually, I think we'll go for the cinnamon one just because it's a good undertone colour. It's always good to have. And otherwise, I don't really know. I think I'm definitely going to have to put the brown in there because it will just add to it. But the only thing I'm worried about is I don't want it to be too similar to all of the other things that we've already got going on the page. So I'll have to just be careful about that. I'm so glad that Clara has done lots of treats like this, you know, which are obviously not imaginary because they're recognisable, and you know, I can make them look like the treats. So if I miss any bits of chat, because now I'm looking at it on my phone because I'm using the Samsung device for the reference photo. Yeah, sorry if I miss anything. Right, so just a light layer of that, and then I'll just go back in with this original colour just to build up the layers. Especially since I'm a bit further away from the page than I'd usually be, I think I'm gonna struggle getting rid of all the white space otherwise, so I'll just keep adding layers. Right, I think I'll add some brown in now. Might even just go in with the darkest brown. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let's just go for it. So this is the burnt sienna, again one of the eco pencils, and I'm not going to put this everywhere. I'm going to put it on these back bits here. Originally for this page I wasn't really sure what I was going to do because it's quite, you know, there's quite a lot of different things going on, so I wasn't really sure. Thank you, Kenny, that means a lot. As I said, I've been taking my time a bit more with pictures lately, so the only pages I've done this month are a whip which I had from last month, the bat postcard from I Believe in Fairies by Clara. I have the Tinkerbell page that I showed, and then also my Peter Pan mermaids from Peter Pan by Fabiano Attanasio. So I've had a lot of fun with the ones that I have done, but obviously I've been quite busy because it was my birthday month, so I wasn't really surprised that I wouldn't get much done. But luckily all of them have contributed to my embellishments in November colour along, which is good because, you know, at least I'm participating in that. Oh, sorry. Oh, which one, Bear? There's so many, isn't there? I've only got one. I've only got the Peter Pan one. I'm trying to be really careful with this brown because it's like an ochre colour, and I don't want it to turn into being similar to the other things on the page. Thanks, Emily. Yes, I am, Sue. I think I mentioned probably before you came on, I have filmed it. It will hopefully be going up in a couple of days. Hope that's all right. It's a lot of fun to film. I did have to keep stopping though, so it might be a bit of a mixed video, but I really enjoyed filming it. So this is looking all right so far. It's not exactly what I was going for, but it's all right. So now I'm going to go in with probably not even this one. I think I'll go in with another. I need to subconsciously remember what I was doing, because obviously I'm going to have to do the same thing with the other one. Oh, the comments have gone off again. Oh, Wizard of Oz, yeah. Love that one. I've seen that one around and I just haven't got around to getting it, but I do really like her work. So this colour kind of just is merging everything in. So I'm going to need to go in with another colour to add more shadow. Except I'm not really sure what that one will be. Yeah, I am kind of worried that it's just going to merge in and look similar. It doesn't look as dark on camera. I think half the issue is that it's getting dark outside, so the lighting probably isn't the best anyway. I think it needs more of a golden colour to it, but I don't really have another one. So I use some of this, but that's going to be really, it's a bit too yellowy really. It definitely doesn't need any more of the peach colour. I'll just shadow more with the dark brown and just hope for the best. I could always just leave these and then come back to it, but we'll see. And if they're a bit darker than I want, then that's all right, because they can just be a bit burnt, but it doesn't really matter. Okay. And then we'll go in a bit more with the thing. Oh, sorry, I've missed a few comments here. Gosh. No, Boots Mama, I haven't. I really, really want to try them. They are quite expensive though here, so I haven't tried them yet, but I'd definitely like to at some point. I really haven't tried that many Derwent products, and I need to, because I have a 12 set of the Derwent ink tents, which I really like. That's pretty much it. Obviously I have the battery eraser and the extenders and all of that, but in terms of pencils I haven't really used many of their products. Really like to. So it's not exactly what I was hoping for, because it looks very similar to other things, but I think I'm just going to leave it for the moment, do the middle, see how it looks after that, and then, you know, just move on. I think part of the issue is maybe there's not enough shadow underneath it. I've missed a few comments. Hang on. Thank you, Kenny. Oh yeah, Minnie. There are so many of her books, aren't there? And Christmas is coming so close. Hi, Terrylyn. Or is it Terrylyn? Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. No worries, Kenny. Yeah, sorry, I just missed those bits of chat there because it's on my phone. So yeah, I think I'll add a bit more shadow in here. Ooh. And I think because there's already quite a bit of brown and stuff going on, isn't there? So I do need to be careful that it's not an overload of ochre. Let me just go in with my blender. I absolutely love this Caran d'Ache blender. If you guys haven't tried it, you need to. It's so good. It's amazing. It's the Caran d'Ache pencil blender, and instead of it being just a blender stick, it's now in pencil form, and I believe it's different because it definitely feels different. So it's amazing. Right, I'm going to go in and do this jam now, and I'm slightly nervous about it because I do want to get the sugar texture on it, so we'll see how that goes. I'm going to do the actual colouring first and then go in a minute. What am I doing? I don't know what colours I'm picking. Bear with me a minute. Obviously it's quite a tiny space, so I don't really need to worry about making it the most, you know, detailed thing ever, but I still want to, I do want to get that sugar texture. I'm going to ignore these circle bits because I personally take that as being sugar. It's so lovely to see you, Terrylyn. Yeah, thank you so much for joining. It's so wonderful to kind of chat with you guys separate from my videos, because obviously I make the video and then you guys watch, and it is very different doing a stream because, you know, it's all live and we're chatting with people in the moment, which I think is really, really lovely. Ooh. Oh, sorry, I can't get the chat back up. So let's go back in with some of these reds. I don't want it too dark. Oh, I've already made it quite dark, to be honest, but it is jam. Let's go back in with the lighter colour. Sorry, I keep getting notifications. Yeah, that's true, Kim. I think it's just once this red is in, hopefully, fingers crossed, it will look all right. I mean, I think the good thing is at least this background is a bit different, and I haven't done shading around it. I think that's an issue I usually do. I'll go in and do darker bits around edges of things, but it doesn't really work. I love them too, Linda. Did you? Oh, okay. I think they're very different. They definitely are. The Caran d'Ache one feels more waxy, I think, whereas the Prisma one for me is, I don't know how to explain it really. It's just they are different. I totally get that. And I do use blenders. I mean, you can see I'm using it now, but I have been using my Zest-It blender quite a lot instead recently. I do need to get some more Prism blenders. I think that's part of the reason I haven't really used them, because I don't have any. So yeah, I need to get them. I think they're great. Right, I'm going to try my Arteza white gel pens. I need a few cotton buds. Hopefully you have a few here, or am I going to have to go and get some? Honestly, the amount of cotton buds I go through, and honestly, you know, that's for art. Oh, I can't get them out of my box. Bear with me. I have a huge tub here because the 50% extra free was cheaper than buying less. So I thought, well, it would be stupid of me to get a smaller amount for, more, you know, with it being more expensive. And also these are paper ones. They're not plastic, although I'm pretty sure most places have stopped doing plastic ones now. Right, I am going to give this a try. If it doesn't work, I'll scratch it off. So we'll see. I think I pretty much know what I'm going for. Hopefully you'll get the idea of what I'm doing in a minute. I want to get, firstly, a kind of powdered sugar effect. And I do that by just doing little dots of the white and then using the cotton bud to dapple it, kind of move it around. It's kind of hard to explain. Oh, sorry, I just shook the camera again. As you guys know, I'm still kind of getting used to this. So, yeah, it's weird. I use cotton buds or a brush, depending, to blend it. I need to get some more actually, but I've recently just got a Zest It sponge. Oh, that's interesting, Boots Mama. Thank you. Okay. That's really interesting. Thank you. Yeah, Kim, I'll try and explain it as best I can. So basically, I've got dots of the white gel pen going down. And then the cotton bud just dabbing it on to get a dusty effect. I'll bring it up to camera. It's probably not going to focus very well. I'm not sure if you can see that. It's kind of a bit, kind of like if icing sugar gets over a page, that sort of thing. And I think I'm just going to keep doing this for a bit and seeing what happens. And then probably I will just then do a few dots of the white gel pen and then leave it at that. Because I'm not really sure what I'm doing. I'm kind of just winging it and just hoping for the best. I have done powdered sugar on stuff before, but not like this really, because obviously I still want to get that sugary look after I've done that. So I'm just kind of doing bits of like small pointillism dots of white gel pen now to give the effect of sugar. Is it Linda? Maybe it's my camera. After I have done this, because you'll just be seeing the same thing twice, I'll zoom out for you so it's not as bad. Okay. And then I'm going in with the bigger one. I'm just doing a few bigger dots. Don't really, as I said, I don't really know what I'm doing, so I'm kind of just making it up as I go along, but I think I'm kind of just going to leave it like that. I mean, it looks weird on camera, but it looks all right. Thanks, Shannon. Yeah, I don't really know. Sometimes it's good for me and sometimes it's not. It really depends. Right, now I have done that, I am more satisfied with how the biscuits come out. So I think I'm going to leave it. And now I've done the annoying thing where, because I'm right-handed, I've coloured the right-hand bit and I'm not going to be able to get to that, which is annoying. So I'll leave that. I'm doing a bit of a shorter stream anyway, so I'll probably be on for another 10 minutes or so, just because I've got quite a lot to do still this evening. I've got a couple of emails to do. But if I go back to, I know what I'll do. I'm going to do the jam in the jam jar because I want to do it the same as the jam from the biscuits. So I'll zoom out for you guys now. Ooh, oops. Sorry, I've just done that annoying thing with my hand where it just, oh no, I've done it again. I'm so sorry, everybody. Bear with me a minute. I'm having to do this with my fingers. There we go. Very sorry about that. Okay, let me get back onto the chat so I can actually see all of the comments properly. Hopefully it's a bit better now, Linda. Now that I've zoomed out, maybe it was just my camera and all that. So hopefully you can kind of see there I've done all the dots and stuff to make it kind of look like sugar. I don't really know how well it's worked, but there we go. Had fun doing it. So I'm going to do the jam, but instead of doing all of the reds, my darkest colour will be the crimson instead, just to add a bit more pink into it. Thanks, Toll. So let me do a light layer of this. It's probably all I'll get round to, and then I will head off. Because also I am always, you know, conscious sometimes, you know, people stream at different times and I don't want to take up too much time. But I really enjoy streaming, and even if it means doing shorter streams more often, you know, that would be great. I haven't said in reply to Sammy's post that I stream every Sunday, because I don't stream every Sunday, but I have said on hers that I upload regularly, and I do stream sometimes. So yeah, if you haven't seen Sammy's post already and you are a YouTuber, definitely go and check it out. She's putting an amazing spreadsheet together with everybody's streaming times and different YouTubers. Okay, that's good, Linda. Don't know what it is. Well, I always remember when my streams used to be so awful. I was always surprised that people watched. I mean, I mainly did the streams back then just for, you know, my own enjoyment. But the quality was awful. I hadn't got anything sussed out. And I mean, it's a bit better now. I think especially with the overhead filming, I've noticed it in videos as well. The audio seems to be a bit clearer, in my opinion. And it's much easier to film because I don't have to worry about, you know, I can see everything a lot clearer when I'm showing stuff, so it's a lot easier for me. Colour and chat with Sammy Bear, so it's just like that, all separate words, but she's excellent. And yeah, she's got a YouTube channel and she's also on Instagram. There we go, Shannon's done it. Thanks, Shannon. Her streams are amazing. She streams quite regularly. I mean, I don't. So I kind of just, I mean, my channel is predominantly videos anyway. It's not it's not a streaming channel like Sammy's is. So I do kind of have mix and stream when I can. Although I have got back into streaming more recently just because I've had a bit more time, but I hadn't streamed for a long time. And I should have really got round to doing more, especially with lockdown. Ooh. Thank you, Shannon. Hi, Isabel. If I can find the link, I'll let you know, but I believe it's 5 by 7 inch because the Clara Markova postcards are just short of that. So I think I searched up something like art portfolio binder or something like that, 5 by 7, and I eventually found something. It did take quite a while, but we got there. Yeah, if I remember, I'll put a link. If I forget, always feel free to email me and I can do that for you. I have a hard time when people ask about things. I have a weird glitch with my YouTube and I can never put links into comments, otherwise the comments don't send, so it's really irritating. I can never do that. Thanks, Isabel. Thanks, Minnie. Yeah, I do agree. I think I definitely did a few at the beginning of it because I remember, but I think really then I was just, it was kind of nice because I did obviously still have schoolwork, but it was more kind of more time for making videos. I think for me, I did get quite a few done in comparison to now. But it was really, really good in that sense because it did open up more time for me and spend more time with my family. And we did a lot of things together. I mean, we do anyway, but especially during lockdown, we did lots. Oh, can you knock him? That's weird. I'll zoom in for you a bit. Ooh, oops. I will move this up a bit. Oh, sorry, the camera's going to be a bit shaky just for a second. There we go. So yeah, I'm doing this as kind of strawberry jam, I guess. Let me just go in with this pink, just another layer. So as I said, I'll probably finish this and then I'll head off because I've got a few things to do. I mean, as you can see, I've got quite a bit of white space, so I'm going in with this Eco pencil just to minimise that. I will probably go over all of this with Jelly Roll glaze, which will be exciting. But I'll probably do that at the end, otherwise. I mean, I should have really done the white gel pen at the end, but it's all right. Thank you, Gemini. I never really do really bright colours. I've definitely got into the habit of doing it more recently, but I don't usually. So I'm just going to try and blend this with a dry cotton bud because I don't want it to be too bright, this red. I want it to kind of go with the pink that I already had, but also match with the jam from the biscuits. So I actually think that this is probably the right sort of tone, except I just need to get rid of that white space. So I'm just going to blend. This is a really natural, nice way of blending for me. I really like blending with a cotton bud. I need my rubber to get rid of that, but I can do that in a minute. It's almost there. I'll just go in with my blender pencil now. The thing I find actually with this blender pencil is it doesn't pick up as much colour as the Prisma one does. I think both of them are great. And this one, I think you do have to work a bit harder to get it going. But it still works really well. And as I said, it doesn't pick up as much colour, and also it does brighten the colours slightly, but not too excessively. So I really like this, and I'm so glad they came out with it. So I think that's pretty much it. I'm happy with how that has turned out, and I'll get that other biscuit done as well. So thank you so much to all of you that joined the stream today. And I didn't really get that much done, but you know me, I don't really get much done. In a stream way. Oh, that's really weird, Linda. Thanks, Emily. Thank you, Shannon. I'm hoping to get this done before the end of the month, but I don't think I will. So be prepared that this will probably be a whip in my video because I don't know how much time I'm going to get to colour this week. You're welcome, Shannon. Thank you all for joining. Thanks, Boots Mama. Thank you, Gemini. I really, really enjoy streaming and spending time with you all. So thank you so much for taking the time out of your days to join me. And I hope to stream very, very soon. Thanks, Kenny. Thank you, Kim. Thanks, Toll. And yeah, I will see you all soon, either in my next stream or my next video. At the moment, they are Boots Mama. I don't know what's happening. Hopefully they'll say something soon. I've got my mocks coming up. Bye, Kim. Bye, Minnie. Bye, Samantha. Bye, everybody.